Hey, this is Dave with Bod BBQ. Today I'm going to be showing you how to clean and season a griddle top for the first time when you first get a brand new griddle. We just got this brand new Cuisinart CGG 999. It's the 360 degree model. As you can see, it's round and has 700 plus inches of cooking space. We're super excited to be able to get some food on the griddle and be able to do all kinds of things like breakfast and smash burgers and all that kind of stuff out here on the griddle, get a good sear going. But let me show you how to clean this first, and then I'll show you how to season it after that. Okay, so all you need for this is just some soapy water. I use just some Dawn dishwashing detergent and some clean paper towels. And I have a microfiber rag in here. Now the reason that we are cleaning this griddle top off is when these are shipped out, they have oil from the factory, some of the residue left over from shipping, things of that nature. So we're just giving it a nice clean here. Now, with any griddle top, the enemy of the griddle, if you don't want to get rust, is water. But in this case, we're just cleaning this down so that we can get a nice clean surface to season. And you'll see it on there. You'll see the shipping oil on there when you first get it. And then when you clean it off like this, you'll see that it's nice and clean. Now you really want to get it dry. I'm going to try and leave as little of the paper towel behind as possible. But you want to get it nice and dry. There we go. Now that this griddle top is nice and clean, I'm going to show you how to fire this thing up and get a good seasoning on it so it's ready to cook on. All right, so what you can see here is we have a little flaxseed oil. This flaxseed oil has a very high smoke point. That's what you want. The oil doesn't really matter. I know that a lot of people talk about cooking bacon to season their grill. This is a bad idea. Don't use an animal protein to season your grill initially. You're going to want to use something with a high smoke point, something like a vegetable oil or this flaxseed oil, which has a higher smoke point. You can use olive oil, but I'd stay away from that for the seasoning process. So what we're looking for with this oil is a polymerization. That's what we're doing, is we're putting a coating of the oil and it's going to create a non-stick surface on here. If you use an animal protein or something like that, it has a tendency to flake up and it'll flake off onto your food while you're cooking. So definitely stick with this. Now the first thing I'm going to do is crank this sucker up. We're putting it on high. All three burners. So I'm looking for a lot of color change on this. You're going to start seeing it turn copper. And once this has about 10 to 15 minutes to heat up, I'm going to start applying some of that oil and we're going to get it a nice coat on here. I'm just using paper towels for this, just some wadded up paper towels. And I'm going to be using a heat-proof glove because this thing is going to be piping hot. Okay, so we're coming up to temp and I'm going to start applying my first coat of oil. Now you want to use about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Let me put my heat-proof glove on here. And you want to use about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil to get started with. Now you want to get a nice even coat on here. You don't want to leave any puddles anywhere. And that smoke is a good sign. You want to see that. Get all of your metal surface. You want to get around the sides, the whole cooktop. And make sure it's nice and even. All right. Now I'm going to let this sit. You're going to see the smoke start to appear. You're going to start seeing it darken up in the hot spots. And that's a really good thing. We're growing that patina. We're getting that nice seasoning on there. And we're going to let this cook until all that smoke disappears. And then we'll do our second layer. So as you can see, this did an awesome job on its first run. We're not getting as much smoke anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply the second coat. Again, 2 to 3 tablespoons. Heat-proof glove. Get it nice and even, no puddling. Get all of the surface. You're gonna get a lot of smoking. Okay, let's give this one 15 to 30 minutes, and when it stops smoking, we'll apply the third coat. I know we're catching some strange light, but you see that mahogany color, and then the nice dark spots. You can see where the hot spots are. Looks like sides are really pumping. Let me come around the other side. It's so light here because we have sun coming in. But this is the finish we're getting. Looking great so far. All right, let's let it go. Okay, we are going to apply the third coat. Same process. We're going to put 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. You see how ripping hot this thing is now. You want to get every single inch of it, every little bit. Nice even layer. All right, and let's let it cook for about 15. See all that smoke coming up. Getting a really nice seasoning on there. Looks like the cool spots over there in the front. You can see that's a little bit lighter than everything else, but we're getting a really nice, dark polymerization across the entire cooktop. Awesome. We're gonna let it cook. Uh-oh, there's a bug on there. Let me get it off. He's not having a good day. Okay, and last but not least, the fourth coat. That should do it. I think we're only going to do 4 on here today. I'm going to smell very oily. I can't stress enough to use some sort of heat-proof glove or tongs, something to keep your hand away from this heat, because this thing does get piping hot. Nice even layer. Okay, let's let it cook. So as you can see, this griddle did an awesome job. I'm super impressed with the coverage that it got, the heat dispersion across this cold rolled steel top. I love the circular design. We're going to be able to put a ton of food on here. I'm excited. This is going to open up a whole new possibility of outdoor cooks for us. We could do breakfast, we can do cheesesteaks, we could do smash burgers, you name it. A million different things. Fajitas, so many different things come to mind, and we're really excited to get started on it. Now that this thing is seasoned up, we can start throwing some food on here and get to cooking immediately. And that's what we're gonna do. So if you need to know how to season a grill, this is how you do it. Now, this isn't the only time you're gonna have to season the grill. This is just the initial seasoning. As you use the grill and as it starts to get a few nicks and scrapes and things, you're gonna start seeing some of this patina pull up, a little bit of it start to flake off. That's when you're gonna need to maybe strip down your grill, maybe sand it a little bit, and then refinish it and re-season it like we did here. But until we get to that point, this thing is ready to cook on. So we're excited to get started. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that other good shit, and we'll see you later. Thanks.